Last week we began this series on identifying and breaking the power of self-glory, and we saw where the disciples were arguing among themselves about who's the greatest. And then they began to argue who's going to sit on your right hand and your left hand when you come into your kingdom. And again, what they're thinking about is earthly kingdoms. Earthly kingdoms. Listen, earthly kingdoms are normally built on pride, arrogancy, and self-glory. But that's not what the kingdom of God is built on. In Luke chapter 9, verse 46 through 50, here they are again. Look what it says. Then there arose a reasoning among them, which of them should be greatest. So Jesus answers, he says, perceiving the thought of their heart, he says, look, he took a child and he set him by him and said unto them, whosoever shall receive this child in my name receiveth me. Whosoever receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. For he that is least among you, there it goes, the least among you shall be great. And John answered and said, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and we forbade him because he followeth not us. And Jesus said unto him, forbid him not, for he that is not against us is for us. These disciples, here's what they got to thinking. They got to think, look, we got a corner on God. We're the ones with the power. We're the ones that God's only going to use. All of this is self-glory. When you begin to think that your ministry is greater than anyone else's ministry, how in the world do you and I have the ability to measure the kingdom? How can we measure who's greater? By numbers? No. By how big our buildings are? No. By how big our influence is? I don't think you and I should even ever get into measuring the thing that God's doing through our life. Because listen, if it could be measured, then it's a man deal. But if it's immeasurable, the influence is immeasurable. In other words, unable to calculate how much influence and impact. Then if it's that way, then it's a God thing, okay? Now, Luke 22, 24 through 27 says, and there was also strife among them, which should be accounted the greatest. And he said unto them, the kings of Gentiles, look, they exercise lordship over them, and they exercise authority upon them, are called benefactors. But you shall not be so, but he that is greatest among you, let him be blows my mind, let him be as the younger person. And he that is chief, as he that does serve. Now, this tears everything up, okay? Because he just said, the greatest among you, let him be the younger person, the younger one. In other words, older people should be lifting younger people up. And if you're going to be the chief, he says, then it's the one that serves. Not the one that manages everything. He says, for whether is greater, he that sitteth at meat or he that serveth? Is not he that sitteth at meat? But I am among you as he that serveth. In other words, he says, in the natural realm, the person that sits at the head table and everybody serves him, everybody goes, that's the great guy. But what they miss is it's the guy that has the apron on, the servant in the kingdom, is the greatest among all. And so let's just continue to let these scriptures resonate in our hearts. We're going to get in the future blogs together. We're going to be showing and talking about these just things that identify and how to break the power of this self-glory, arrogancy, and pride.
Thank you for watching Pastor Marvin Smith's videos on identifying and breaking the power of self-glory. We'll be looking at 10 different things to identify in our own lives to be able to break this bondage that we have with pride and arrogancy in our lives. So stay with us, take this journey with us and with Pastor Marvin Smith. We'll see you next week. Thank you.